Jubilee oye! Wana Jubilee oye! Wana Jubilee mpo! Wana Jubilee mpo!
This Thursday is shaping up to be the biggest test yet for President William Ruto and opposition leader Raila Odinga. The Jubilee Party, under the former President Uhuru Kenyatta, is preparing to hold what is being described as the largest national delegates convention of the year. At the center of it all is Fred Matiang'i, the former Interior Cabinet Secretary, whose name is quickly becoming a rallying call for those disillusioned with both Ruto's regime and Raila's political maneuvers.
Hope that when the coalitions are formed, the name of Matiang'i will emerge among the other people who have shown interest in leading this country. UDA, KK, is a sinking ship. So to try and join it, you can only join them if you want to sink with them.
Uhuru Kenyatta has pumped millions into this event, ensuring it carries both symbolic weight and practical muscle. Thousands of delegates and supporters are expected to stream into the venue from across different parts of the country. The goal is clear: to position Jubilee as a revived force and to put Matiang'i at the forefront of the 2027 political contest.
Mimi matusi mutasikia mimi nikitukana mtu. Hawa kuna wale ma-expert wa hiyo. Hawa waendelee. Ya? Wanafikiria ati kutoka kanisa waende kazi badala ya kuomba ni matusi. Hiyo ni yao.
What makes this Thursday so crucial is not just the size of the meeting, but the political tremors it is sending. Raila and Ruto, once bitter enemies, but now uneasy partners after the recent cooperation pact, are watching with growing concern. Their camps sense a shift, especially in Mount Kenya, where Jubilee once commanded loyalty and where discontent is silently growing against Ruto's administration. The thought of Jubilee's machinery being turned over to Matiang'i has set off alarms across the political divide.
And God has given us those positions, not for ourselves, but for what we can do for the people that we lead. That we will not engage ourselves in negative politics.
Fred Matiang'i, who had largely taken a backseat after the 2022 elections, is now firmly back in the spotlight. His meeting with Jubilee Secretary General Jeremiah KIONI and a host of party leaders has been seen as the final sign that Jubilee is ready to fully endorse him. For many of his supporters, Matiang'i represents the disciplined, no-nonsense leadership that marked his tenure in government. His re-emergence is not just about nostalgia, it is about filling a void in a political space that is tired of recycled promises and shifting alliances.
We have a candidate called Matiang'i from Jubilee. So I am not waiting for you to come and tell me about, if you can't agree with Matiang'i, tell Kenyans. Because when I speak to Kenyans outside...
Uhuru's investment in this project is massive. Billions are said to have been set aside for campaign structures, logistics, mobilization and media blaze. The former president seems determined not to watch from the sidelines as Ruto consolidates power and Raila trades opposition fire for political favors. Instead, Uhuru is throwing his weight behind Matiang'i as a direct challenge to both Ruto's rule and Raila's relevance.
Wale wanafanya vile wanafanya wakifikiria ya kwamba Mungu amelala. Mungu halali na siku moja ndio watajionea.
The sudden revival of Jubilee is particularly dangerous for Ruto. He has struggled to fully win the trust of the Mount Kenya base that delivered his victory in 2022. Many in the region feel shortchanged by the government, claiming promises have not been fulfilled and resources have not flowed as expected. With Jubilee now reorganizing and offering an alternative under Matiang'i, Ruto faces the risk of losing his grip on a region that has historically decided Kenya's elections.
Nasema tuendelee kuishi na amani, tuendelee kuishi na umoja. Wale ambao hawana furaha na msimamo wa Jubilee, tafadhali kwa heshima kuu tufanyie heshima. Simama, fungua mlango, uende, uache sisi tuendelee na barabara yetu pole 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 pole. Munasema ya kwamba imekufa chama chetu, hali nani yako na haja na maiti jameni? Kama imekufa, why are you interested? Sini maiti jamani.
For Raila, the challenge is no less serious. He had banked on UHURU'S Jubilee in 2022, but that alliance is now firmly broken. By signing an agreement with Ruto, Raila alienated a large section of his support base that expected him to continue holding government to account. The Thursday event will underline how far Raila has drifted from his traditional position as the face of opposition politics. Jubilee's move to rally behind Matiang'i is a direct statement that Raila no longer speaks for the broad coalition that once pushed for reforms.
ODM! ODM! Wacha bwana Ruto
The panic in both State House and the ODM headquarters is real. Jubilee's conference will not just be about speeches and endorsements, it will be about optics and momentum. Images of thousands waving Jubilee flags and chanting Matiang'I's name will send a powerful message that Kenya's political landscape is not locked into a Ruto-Raila script. For Uhuru, this is about reclaiming lost ground. For Matiang'i, it is about seizing the moment.
Sema Matiang'i yako na makosa sijui 28, 44, whatever number he is given, hiyo ni ya. Lakini hata wamweke jera, tutachagua ye.
Critics argue that Uhuru's financial backing proves once again that Kenya politics is a game of money. Without deep pockets, few leaders can mount serious campaigns. Yet, the former president's move is also calculated politics. By funding Matiang'i, Uhuru is reshaping the contest and ensuring that 2027 will not be about a two-horse race. It is a gamble that could split Mount Kenya and change alliances nationwide.
Sisi kama NDC tunakubalia wao waondoke wasiondoke. Waondoke wasiondoke.
The controversy is already boiling. Ruto supporters claim Uhuru is plotting revenge after losing power. Raila's backers whisper that Uhuru is abandoning a man who stood with him during the handshake years. But in politics, loyalty is only as good as the next election. For now, Uhuru's millions are breathing life into Matiang'I's dream, and Thursday will mark the official unveiling of that ambition.
Na mimi haswa nyinyi vijana kwa sababu ndio wengi. Na haswa tena nyinyi wakina mama kwa sababu tena mkiungana na vijana nyinyi ndio wengi. Sisi tunataka mchukue hatua ya kusema tutachukua uongozi wa hii chama. Nyinyi.
Whether the event becomes a turning point or just another political gathering will depend on how strongly Jubilee can organize beyond the conference hall. Still, one thing is certain, both Ruto and Raila have reason to worry. A well-funded Matiang'i backed by a former president with vast networks is not a threat to be ignored. Kenya's political season is shifting, and Thursday could be the day the balance of power starts to tilt.
Heshima sio utumwa. Heshima sio utumwa. It's a two-way street. Na kuona wengine wamenyamaza sio kusema wameogopa. No. Get that out of your mind. Chukueni ile mnataka, fanye vitii. That will never work. Haiwezi. Lakini ukitaka kuja na njia ya haki, pitia mlango wa mbele. Mambo ya dirisha muache nyuma. Mambo ya matusi muache. Behave like leaders and you shall be respected. Behave like thugs